Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to BBallBreakdown. The opening night of the 2016-17 season saw two blowouts, one surprising, the other not so much. But the game within the game pits two players at the small forward position who will be battling for a lot more than playoff position as the season wears on. While LeBron James is the perennial best player in the NBA year after year, as well as MVP favorite, Kawhi Leonard has been slowly threatening to enter into this discussion since he helped his Spurs beat LeBron's Heat in the 2014 Finals, earning him a Finals MVP in the process. Last night, the gauntlet was dropped, and Kawhi Leonard looked like a different kind of player. Watch how he's aggressive attacking on the catch, and taking another great athlete and defender in Kevin Durant all the way to the hoop, and there's nothing KD can do. One thing Kawhi can do that LeBron cannot is catch and shoot threes at an elite level. And the rhythm and explosion he creates from the hop means there's not much a defender can do short of blocking it. The most impressive thing about Kawhi last night was his aggressiveness that got him to the free throw line, where he went 15 for 15 when the Warriors' vaunted defense could do nothing to stop him. Being aggressive and attacking the hoop isn't necessarily new for Kawhi, but if he can keep doing this against a top defender like Iguodala, then he should be among the league leaders in points scored this season. And the Spurs get Kawhi attacking from all over the floor. And if he increases his post-up game, there will be no way to stop him with his ability to hit creative shots utilizing tremendous athletic talent. Then you add that to his ability to attack out of the pick and roll, controlling the possession until he gets a mismatch and the opportunity to isolate in the mid-range, looking a bit like Kobe these days. And make no mistake about it, this isolation to end the third quarter was straight out of the Black Mamba's book. Not surprising since Kawhi worked with Kobe this summer. And Kawhi possesses a unique gracefulness. He doesn't bull to the hoop as much as he glides there and has an assortment of highly skilled finishes. Meanwhile, LeBron is a stark contrast in the open court. He's someone who prefers to practically ignore the defense as he plows through the lane on his way to the goal. However, I'd suggest LeBron should develop some other type of move because he does get called for the charge often, and I suspect more and more teams will be willing to take one for the team, especially on his drives on the left side of the floor. He does have a go-to shot, and that's the left foot jump, drifting to the left, shooting with the right, a shot that is of the highest difficulty, yet something he can knock down consistently. That said, he feasted on a Knicks team that was simply nowhere near a match for his Cavaliers. There was no hope to stop him in the open court, and the Cavs routinely carved up the awful Knicks defense. They simply were not on the same page with the rotations and allowed pass after penetration after pass after dunk. And even when they tried to take a foul, it didn't work out, as no one is like LeBron at busting through the line at full speed and finishing with a tomahawk. The Knicks gave up 21 points off 18 turnovers, and LeBron benefited the most from these runouts for some serious highlights. Just to remind us that his physical decline might not be starting as soon as many people had predicted. And when they were in the half court, there were times they put Courtney Lee on him, and after the pass, completely left him alone on the weak side. I mean, what? And with the game getting out of hand in the fourth, the Knicks decided to put Derrick Rose on LeBron. I swear he did it for a few possessions, and this was like a shoot-around for LeBron. The one area that Kawhi has an advantage over LeBron is defensively. As the premier wing defender in the league with long arms and ginormous hands, he routinely makes the best ball handlers in the game look foolish by snatching errant passes or dribbles with fantastic defensive positioning, instinct, and effort. LeBron paces himself in the regular season and is nowhere near Kawhi's effectiveness anymore on the defensive end. LeBron is good at defense, make no mistake, but he isn't the defensive playmaker he once was in Miami. And against the Knicks, he did get stung a couple of times by Melo, and giving multiple efforts at a defensive possession isn't something he does all that often until the playoffs start. I think you can see a difference in Kawhi's effort on every possession, fighting through screens and contesting shots much more consistently. And remember, sometimes good defense gives up points. but it's his crazy long wingspan and quickness that can make even one of the best offensive players in the game do something like this, and then still get there to pressure the miss. And his hands are so big and fast, he did this to one of the premier ball handlers in the league. And I have to say, he reminds me most of Dr. J, the way he moves on the court and finishes a dunk like this. One area LeBron is much better at is passing. In this modified horn set, they have LeBron and Love at the high post and Curl JR around them both. Just look at this sickening display of power, vision, and timing. Wow. That said, LeBron did feast on terrible Knicks defense all night, helping one pass away, opens up simple passes to wide open shooters at the three-point line, and earned LeBron some very easy dimes last night. And the Raptors must have had a flashback at this Horns rub set. Watch Jefferson slip around the point guard rip screen with nary a Knick in sight. And LeBron has some of the best vision in the game, choosing to go behind the back, which is actually the best way to make the pick and pop pass for another assist when Melo doesn't stunt. And one more for good measure, his strength and size allow him to see over the defense and fire heat-seeking missiles to teammates who barely have to do anything except stand there, catch it, and fire. So there you have it, sports fans. After one night of NBA hoops, I believe we have an MVP race on our hands. This is the year Kawhi will give LeBron a run for his money. After all, if you're the best wing defender in the league and also become a 25-point scorer from all over the floor, it's hard to argue that anyone else would have as much of an impact as Kawhi Leonard.